So before I log differentiation, before I go back to talk about log, I want to talk about this particular question because we did 4 questions. Now, if you realize that this is A, B, or B, C, that means this question is on both A, B, and B, C. Usually, there are 3 questions on both tests. This is one of the 3. The other 3 is going to be BC problem only. So they too lazy to make an extra test question. So they just put 3 questions of AB into the BC. So that's why I say my stronger AB student should be able to do fairly well on a BC exam as well. Probably gonna, if you're getting a very high 5, you probably end up getting a 4 just taking a BC exam. But I'd rather have a 5. So this question says AFT equal to sine 0.62t. Now, if you look at the scoring guideline, they say just from 1 to 5, you must write down this part and you get an answer, whatever that answer is. Well, they didn't even want you to answer, right? They just only want you to set up.
Specifically says do not evaluate your question.
Okay. So, but same thing that they give you a point for putting absolute value. There was a reason why absolute value, that doesn't take points off. Another way to think about it is like this is like a velocity of the people coming in. If you integrate the velocity, you're going to get displacement. So this is another way to think about it. So a lot of time people think about like the particle motion is not the same as this question. They are exactly identical. They're just different wording. That's it. The wording are the same. It's just integration from 1 to 5, AFT, BT. This is kind of like displacement. Now, why is absolute value doesn't matter? Because first of all, 0.62t between 1 to 5, 5 is going to be 0.6 times 5 is going to be 3.1. 3.1 is less than 3.14. If anything less than 3.14, your sign value is still going to be positive. And there's a reason why that is, that if it's negative, you cannot square root. So they finish at 5. They purposely finish at 5 because 5 times 0.62 is equal to 3.1, which is less than 3.14. Otherwise, some smarter math students going to be like, this is not legitimate questions. If they put 0.72, then that question will not be defined because you cannot square root a negative number because sine's going to have a square root. So those are things that, they had to be very cautious when they write a problem. Now, the next one, look, this is the average value of a rate. Rate is a velocity, right? This looks like average velocity equation. It's not extra memorization. Average value, pretty much average value, just same like average velocity of here. So I'm just showing you like common denominator between all the questions. A lot of people says I need to spend a lot of time to study each question. Study the correlation between the questions rather than study each questions, because you study each question, your study time is going to be triple compared to the people study for the correlation between questions. Are you understanding what I'm saying or no? Hopefully you got this one right. This easy 3 points. Now, Amy, did you write down the first part? Okay, good. So that's how you get a point. Okay. Now look at this question. How this question can change. Pay attention how this question can change. They say rate of vehicle arrive. Rate is the velocity. Now they say increasing, decreasing. That means take another derivative again. Now, where can the question change? They can get rid of the rate. They can say vehicle arrive at a toll plaza, increasing or decreasing. Then what are you looking for? Huh? No.
Wouldn't that be basically position?
No, just A of 1. Because, yeah, this is a position, but you're going to have to take a derivative of the position. That'd be back to velocity. So it'd be A of 1 instead of A prime of 1. Because just one word, get rid of it, then your questions completely change, changing from A prime to A of 1. Do you guys understand what I'm saying or no? Nathan, do you understand? Because they say rate of vehicle. that means the velocity equation. But they say increasing, decreasing, that means the velocity taken derivative of velocity equation. In this case, velocity is a of t, take a derivative of that. Now, if they don't have a rate, that means vehicle arrived, that means the positions. But position increasing, decreasing, that means the derivative that go down to a of t. So that's how question can change, and that's how you learn how to adapt. And you have to write down a prime of 1 equal to 149.94. Now look at how similar this question and the escalator question. They take the net equal to 0. This is the net equal to 0. And they do integration, except this one doesn't have initial condition, not like the escalator question. This is exactly identical. The way to approach the problem exactly identical. Study the way to approach a problem instead of study each problem. You can study math. Think about how they correlate it. Okay? And the way of doing things are the same. Yeah, but you should have finished yesterday's homework. No, I need the table.
You need a table.
I need a table.
What's B?
B is, they told you 3.597. It's the second intersection of a of t minus 400.
I mean, I know what it is. I mean, I know how to get that number. 71.25. Yeah, it's just.
Okay, so write down the chart.
No, I found it.
Okay, write down the chart. All right, so why is chart important? Because on the same test, look at the same test, 2022, right? Look at the same exact test, right? If I scroll down a little bit more, is the question that you did before. Look at this question. Same thing, initial conditions, same idea. Look, this is the same inflection point, second derivative, and g prime of x equal to f prime of x. Look at here, there's another chart. What's it between these two questions? Look at the phrase of between those questions. They say, let g be a function defined by g of x, f of x minus x. On the interval, g is decreasing. Sorry, not this one. They say for a function g, define the part c, find the absolute minimum value. See the absolute minimum value? Table, right? Go back to the other question. Scroll all the way back to the second question. The greatest number. They all sound the same shit. Same idea. Furthest right, same idea. The maximum, same idea. Right? The absolute maximum value, absolute minimum value, same idea. Why you need to understand multiple things? You just need to understand the ideas all correlate to each other. Just understand the net rate is the velocity equation. And net rate is rate in minus rate out. That's the only thing difference between questions. And they pretty much, I think all those 3 questions should be combined to 1. I don't think it's worth 3 questions. But they ask like 2 of the same thing on the same test. Now, how do you beat this test? Understand how the rubric work. I think that's a very, very easy question. And you're gonna see sometimes it could be 3 times on a chart. I don't know. I don't see there's one test like that, but possibly can. Yes. Yes or somewhere. Any particular question you want me to go over? Yes.
It's 10.
Hold on. Emerson asking for she raises his hand.
It's the 16 log 4/8.
Okay, so
It's not to the is it?
so figure out this part first. Log 4 to the 8 is equal to some type of number I don't know. 4 to the x equal to 8. 2 to the 2x is equal to 2 to the 3. 2x equal to 3. X equal to 3 over 2. So it'll be 16 to the 3 over 2. That means square root of 16 to the third. That means you square root this. So 4 to the third is equal to 64. Any other question you need to talk about, or can I move on? Yes. Sure. I look at the top first because I know that's a number. I write down this is equal to a number I need to know. I draw a sideways heart. Is a 4 to the x equal to 8. I look at the common base between 4 to the 8. They both have 2 to the power. So it'll be 2 to the 2x times 2 to the third. So x equal to 3 over 2. So now you get to this part, 16 to the 3 over 2. Then that means that's the square root of 16 to the third power. I do the root first, which is 4. 4 to the third power is 64. Any other questions? All right. So we're gonna talk about today's stuff then. Oh. Sorry. Sleepy. Lucas, your girlfriend senior or junior? No, the reason why I asked if she's a junior, then they can do something for next year as well. So no. Just say, is she freshman? Oh. Okay. Okay. Derivative of natural log of x. Now, derivative of natural log of x is super easy. It's just 1 over x. You just had to memorize that.
Is there a reason why it's 1 over x?
Yeah, but I can't really prove it right now. I can prove later though. And right now I don't have time to prove it. I can prove after we get to E. Y equal to natural log of u. Derivative of natural log of u is u prime over u. Well, derivative of x is 1, right? So it's 1 over x. So derivative of natural log of u is u prime over u. So let's ask you, what is derivative of natural log of 2x? I know a bit knows. I need somebody else.
It would be 2 over 2x. Oh, no.
1 over x.
No, that would just be 1 over x.
Emerson, what?
1 over x.
1 over x,
That'd
good.
be 1 over x, 'cause it'd be
So
2 over
derivative, Yeah, this is u, right? So that is derivative of u, which is 2. And u on the bottom, so it's going to be 1 over x. Now, we're going to play a game. How smart you are. I'm going to hold my breath. And you're going to have to figure out answer before I die. So if you're too dumb, then I'm going to die.
And your brain will not consciously let you do that.
I know.
Well,
Okay, so here's my question. So why is derivative of natural log of x is same as derivative of natural log of 2x? Why they are the same?
I'm gonna be cheating. Well, you think about what
Maybe
you
it
learned
has something to
yesterday.
do with log versus
Not just really like all the
What's the thing?
Are you breathing?
Yeah, you're dead.
Think about what we learned yesterday, Aaron. You gotta take it off. Focus on this end. Yes, and when you think the derivative now,
because the derivative
Because
would
they
make
have the same
the
degree.
x, because the derivative cancels out the constant and just leaves the x. I mean, that's part of it, but not the whole.
it's, you can say it, you can't call it.
Okay, is it because ln of 2x, you have to like add them because they're being multiplied, so ln of 2 plus ln of x, that would equal 1 over x.
A bit is my lifesaver.
It makes sense.
Okay, I figured it out.
It's when log, you know how we did the log property? That was yesterday.
I still don't know.
So basically, they are same function that has a vertical translation. And this is going up. So basically, you just take a derivative of 2x plus 5 and 2x plus 6. They are the same. Because still equal to 2, right? So natural log of 2 is a number. So when you take a derivative, natural log of 2 is just 0. So that's why natural log of 2x is same thing as a natural log of x. A lot of people are like, the reason why I asked you this question, because some people is going to ask me, why are they the same? Right? So I'm going to ask you back, why are they the same? Because if you know your property, so you're going to think about all your property you learned yesterday. Like a bit keep on telling you, says, hey, look at your homework yesterday. Look at what you learned yesterday. And those are the things that you need to know. That's essential and understanding what you need to be getting done. So so now let's try to take a derivative of natural log of x squared plus 1. This is easy. It should be done in 2 seconds. This is not a hard one. So I'm going to call on Nathan, if you know derivative of this.
Sorry, that x5, oh, is that
Huh?
squared?
No. Let's call Ashton. Ashton, what'd you get?
Well, I'm not done with it.
No, hurry up, figure out. He's got that aura. Osmosis. From higher concentration to lower concentration.
Because the formula is u, this is u, whatever the parentheses, and it's u prime over u. So you take the derivative of what's in the parentheses, put that on the numerator, and then just put the original function. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Emmy is good. Okay, and I think this new setting is fitting you perfectly. I think it's a bit aura.
Yeah.
I
not
agree.
aura.
It goes all the way there.
Closer you get to the bid, it's more.
It's growing. Exponential growth.
You were
Really?
You gotta see on
Fuck you. Not joke. That was because I didn't try. I sat in the back and played Clash Royale.
And then you try to.
Didn't try.
Oh, yeah, I'm not
Oh, you know what?
Okay, so this is a hard one. This one I'm not gonna hold my breath.
But I'm here.
Oh.
Big can save me. So derivative of x, ln of x. Yes? I cannot trust you to save me. I'm dead. Nope. What? Nope. 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 Are you guys? I died like 6 times already.
Properties
No.
are
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
No, you
Nope. Fabian.
Line simplify.
I can trust Fabian to be my doctor one day.
Oh my goodness, bro. Shaylin, come on, bro.
I can trust Fabian to be my doctor one day. You know, somebody asked me like, if I become your doctor, would you trust me to operate you? I'm like, if you fail my class, no. So what happened is there was 2 parentheses multiply each other. That's a product rule. So I'm gonna take a derivative of x, which is natural log of x, which is 1 times natural log of x, because derivative of x is 1, plus x, and take a derivative of natural log of x is 1 over x. So it's ln x plus 1. And so it's not about how fast you solve a problem. I like the speed of Fabian, kind of take his time, solve it. Christian is way too fast without thinking. Shaden without thinking. You know, Williams without thinking. Process it before you go through it. Process, slow down and think about why I say, why I say I cannot trust you to hold breath. I would have died 6 times already. Like Christian will kill me the first time, and Shaden will kill me the second time, Amy will kill me the 3rd time, and Noel will kill me 4th time. So you gotta figure out, you gotta think, why is that question a little bit harder, right? So think about it again. What's the derivative of natural log of x parentheses square?
Two over X.
What?
2 over X. That's just. Oh, yeah. That's natural log of X. That's natural log of X plus natural log of X. That's derivative natural log of X plus derivative natural log of X. Derivative of natural log of X.
Ian is wrong. Nering?
2 ln of x.
Yeah.
What? Oh, I didn't hear you.
There's a chain rule. So you must take a derivative of a 2 first, ln of x, and then take a derivative of the inner parenthesis, which is the 1 over x. And so it'd be 2 ln of x over x. Does this make sense? It's okay? Now, there's a difference, right? Look at the difference between 2. ln of x squared versus ln of x squared. You're going to be they are the same. They are not the same. Because the first 2, second power is only applied to x. The second one, the 2, is applied to the whole thing, natural log of x. So knowing the parentheses. If you don't know your parentheses, then that's what it may lead to mistakes. So this one, I can change this. I can change it to this 2 ln of x, and that's how you get 2 over x. And so if I take a derivative of this. But if I take a derivative of this, I'm not gonna take a derivative right away. I'm just gonna follow the rules of logarithm first. Remember, follow the rules of logarithm first. That means algebra first before calculus. If you do calculus first, usually it's gonna get screwed up more. So think about algebra that you did on yesterday's worksheet. There's a reason why I give you a worksheet for you guys to practice the idea. Now this one's different because this two, there is a one of the property true and false talk about this one. The two cannot take it down on this particular case, and that's why that particular question was false. Now, so you're gonna say, why do I do this worksheet? Those are no relevant what we're doing today. This is relevant. There's a lot of relevance. Do you guys understand? Ashton, you understand? Okay. Emmy?
Yes.
Nathan? Okay. Now I'm gonna get to the harder one. It's not hard. It's not hard. This is actually fairly easy. So let's take a derivative of this. Now, what I would tell you is think in algebra before you think calculus. Never think calculus first. Always think about algebra foundation. That's why I want to get students get stronger in algebra first before you do anything. All right. Let's ask Ashton. What'd you get?
Yeah. I got 102.
Nope. Push on. 1 over 2x plus 2 is correct, but I just don't need the distributions. So remember your rules. So it should be ln of x plus 1 to the 1/2 power, right? And that's equal to 1/2 ln of x plus 1. And then all I gotta do is take a derivative of 1/2 ln of x plus 1. So I can take it a 1/2 outside. It's a constant, so I can take it outside. So it'll be 1/2, and I can take a derivative of this. This one's u, so it'll be u prime over u, so it's gonna be 1 over x plus 1. So it's gonna be 1 over 2x plus 2, or what? I think I like this answer better. I don't like the distributing because I like multiplication. Something multiply something is easier than distributing because distributing sometimes is not necessarily needed. I think you do extra step. So I prefer this answer. This is actually preferred answers.
Why did you take the 1/2 out?
Because it's a constant. I mean, you can do product rule, but derivative 1/2 still gonna go to 0. But I think that's a lot of work. Just do product rule. It's called constant multiple rule. So for example, 2x squared. If I take a derivative of this, technically I only do derivative of the x squared. I take the 2 out. I do d to the dx of x squared. And that's going to be 2x times 2, so that's equal to 4x. So I don't need to do product rule on that because it's constant. Now, if it's x ln of x, it's not a constant because x is a variable times another expression. So that's why you got it as.
What if the negative one?
What?
Where'd you get the U from again? When it's U?
Because this is u, right? This is a u, right?
Oh yeah.
Questions? Okay, so I'm gonna ask you to take a derivative of this, but you have to know how to apply the algebra instead of okay, so apply algebra first. before you take a derivative. That means you expand this before you take a derivative.
Is that x squared plus 1?
Yeah. X squared plus 1. Fabian. Fabian.
Yeah.
You want to do math competition this weekend?
Have science Olympia.
Oh, yeah, Science Olympia?
Yeah.
How about when was Olympia? Was Olympia High School, which is February 15th.
Also, Alexis, Envy cannot come tomorrow. She is
I need to talk to her.
Yeah, she's going to Bulls. She's yeah, Mr. David. Many of them.
Do you know anybody like strong algebra 2 kids? Because I have a kid named Edison, and Edison is go
We were talking about yesterday.
yeah. So Edison, I need to find a teammate for Edison.
You know someone with the same last name as Shayla?
Huh?
You know someone with the same last name as Shayla?
Oh no, I need somebody who is super good at math.
I don't know who she is.
I could ask.
You mean the 3 freshmen on our team?
No, I'm not sensitive.
You know a lot of freshmen, Sean?
Michelle, that's okay. It's still legal before you get 18, right?
And he's a sophomore.
Romeo
so-
and Juliet.
Wait, what's such a law?
I think it's like up to 4 years. I think it's like they could be 21.
Are you gonna finish?
What does the law say?
Like, it's like if you're both of you before 18.
Like if you're
So the one is 19, 117 is not okay, right?
No, it's okay.
It's barely.
Barely okay.
Socially,
No, but like legally it's okay.
Okay.
It's named after Romeo and
Wait, I
Juliet.
know
Where in the story, it was like Romeo was like 20 and Juliet was like.
It's like a real law.
I think parental consent has to be involved.
Romeo and Juliet.
All right. So do you guys finish the math problem? Hey, Ian. Now do algebra first. The algebra should ask you to split this. Do you guys do this? Do you guys do this? And then can I expand more?
Yes.
And that's why we go through the homework yesterday, because you need to be able to expand like this. Is that okay? Now I can take a derivative. So that's going to be y prime equal to 1 over x plus 2 times 2x over x squared plus 1 minus 1/2 times 2 over 2x minus 1. 2 can cancel out. So that's equal to 1 over x plus 4x over x squared plus 1 minus 1 over 2x minus 1. Do you guys understand or no? Lena, do you understand? Which part you don't understand? What?
How do you do the derivative partially?
Okay, so you know natural log of x is 1 over x, right? This is a u, so it'd be u prime over u. So derivative of x squared plus 1 is 2x. U is on the bottom. There's no more natural log.
Oh, it's u prime over u. That makes sense.
And same thing this one, 2x minus 1. Derivative of 2x is 2, and 2x minus 1. Ian, do you understand?
You're not. You're
Try to
not.
understand this, yeah.
The last question. I didn't understand the last question.
Emerson?
Because last question.
Jalen's doing a subpar job.
Non-stop is handwriting first. That's all I'm saying.
Emerson, do you understand? Nathan? Yes? Is this okay?
Don't do that.
Ashton? Good?
Is this u prime not useful?
Shit, you might have to be downgraded. Lena says you're not doing a good job.
Well, now I figure out how you got all the answers.
Uh-oh.
You know, I get it. Is there supposed to be a natural log?
Yeah, there's supposed to be alpha.
Okay, so there was no ln this time. Now, if I were to take derivative straight up like this, what is the issue that you're going to have? What is the issue that you're going to have? If I take a derivative straight up like this, what's the issue you're going to have?
Two things on the bottom are just like one saying which means the explain
No.
X minus 2 or 2 minus 5.
If we take a derivative low d high minus high d low is going to be pain in the ass. And there's low is even more pain in the ass. So you want to avoid pain in the ass. So copy, paste. So how will you avoid it? You avoid it by have some type of catalyst. A catalyst is gonna help you reduce. If you're in AP Bio, you should know that reduce activation energy, right? And make the activation energy curve reduce. If you learn your AP Chem.
How do you paste?
So you can natural log both sides. The only problem is the left side. The right side you already know how to do. What's derivative of the left side? Right? So those are the problem that you are going to have. But first of all, let's expand the right side. Can you expand the right side properly this time? If I expand it properly, you would have 2 ln of x minus 2 minus 1/2 ln of 1 minus x squared minus 2 ln of 2 minus x squared ln of y. Does that make sense or no? Well, you understand this? You understand this? Mr. Robinson didn't really.
Yeah, he never went over it.
Dear Mr. Robinson.
Do I want? Do I miss
So you know, I understand.
Yeah, do you miss him?
Yeah.
all.
Oh.
Expected.
Okay, so now I'm gonna take a derivative of both sides. So this one on the left side is gonna be what? Not 1 over y. Y prime over y. Because y is like a u. So it's u prime over u. So equal to derivative of this is going to be 1 over x minus 2. Would you say there's no more natural log? I don't know why some people on the test they still write down natural log. 1/2 L not ln. So it's going to be negative 2x over 1 minus x squared minus 2 times negative 2x over 2 minus x squared. So now it's y prime is equal to 2 over x minus 2. The 2 cancel out here. So it's going to be plus x over 1 minus x squared plus 4x over 2 minus x squared. Now times the whole thing by the y. Well, what is the y? X minus 2 square over square root of 1 minus x squared times 2 minus x squared square. Now the problem is this should be a parenthesis because some people forget a parenthesis. That's actually wrong because the last term times the whole thing is you cannot do that, right? So you have to have a whole thing times that. So that's why you need the expansions. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a question. Y is equal to, I don't know, x plus 2 squared times cotangent of x times square root of 4 minus x squared. Yeah. When something's more complex, when you take a derivative, if you can make it easier to take a derivative, I'll make it easier to take a derivative, which is what you had to do here in this particular case. I bet you don't have science Olympiad, right? Come this, can you come this afternoon? Just go and do all the derivatives. You should know derivative e to the x. Good. Do you know how to do u substitution with natural log? So integration of 2x over x squared plus 1. Do you know how to integrate that? No, integration of 2x over x squared plus 1. Cushion, you fail math right there. That doesn't work. It doesn't help you. Integration of 2x over x squared plus 1. Think about it. The answer might be right in front of you.
On the last problem you did, how did you get rid of the y in the denominator?
I moved the y to the other side. So Emmy is asking a good question. How do I get rid of the y? This y here, I multiply both sides to the other side. and the y is the function.
So that's why you wrote the original.
Yeah. Amy, I start thinking it's my aura.
What?
My
Yeah.
aura.
I sat next to you the entirety of last year too.
You did?
Mm-hmm. It was right there. Well, fine.
I think like behind you kind of gave it like drip.
Maybe.
So if I would take a ln of y both sides, and ln of y is equal to ln of x plus 2 to the 2 minus ln of cotangent of x minus half ln of 4 minus x squared. Now take a derivative y prime of y. This one is equal to 2 times 1 over x plus 2 minus plus cosecant square of x over cotangent of x minus 1/2 times negative 2x over 4 minus x squared. So the answer is 2 over x plus 2
I got that.
plus cosecant square of x, cosecant square of cotangent of x plus x over 4 minus x squared times by x plus 2 square over cotangent of x square root of 4 minus x squared. But this whole thing has to be a bracket.
Can I still go tomorrow? I paid in everything.
Yeah,
I just want to go to that Asian market really bad.
you don't have to pay to go to Asian market.
I just paid anyway because you also, in case there's someone who can't afford it, I'm still going. So I don't mind.
Okay.
You can still use 7 to get over you.
You see the relationship of numerator and denominator?
Yeah.
And that's how I met.
I got the whole thing, but it was
Did you read the book?
Free response.
it was about
It's a
Gertrude.
Wait, that was good.
Yeah, I'm not.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the book we just read.
No.